well on Facebook. All right. Hey guys, how are you? Good evening, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Tara Wilson, and I'm Elite Pro 9 with LifeVantage here. And that doesn't mean much to our guests here on the line, but it will in a short while. So let me just go ahead and share my screen so I can give you guys some visuals. Any visual learners out there? I know I am. All right. Very good. All right. Well, welcome to the LifeVantage overview. I'm very excited for you guys to be here tonight again. My name is Tara Wilson, Elite Pro 9. I live in Scottsdale, California. My husband and two of my children moved here 2.5 years ago when my oldest son went off to college at UCLA, and we've been here ever since. My journey in the network marketing industry in the health and wellness sector started actually back in March of 2007. I was working full-time. We had a 1-year-old, if you did the math, and we had a 7-year-old. My husband worked full-time, I worked full-time. We had a great income, about $250,000 a year combined. We had we had a home, but it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo. We had no debt. We had our cars paid off. We were saving 401k. We were going on vacations. We thought we had what we had worked for all our life, which was the American dream. Except for one small thing is I hated leaving my two children all day, every day, especially my little baby. When I had to go back to work when she was 5 months old, it was probably one of the worst days that was looming on my calendar. And that's, I always show people, that's the picture. That was what they looked like the month I got started in network marketing. So when a family member brought me this amazing product and an ability to share that product and earn income, and I saw people earning hundreds of thousands a year. And then when I went to a bigger event or on some conference calls, I saw people making millions a year. And I thought, why not me, right? I got a job in mortgage. I went through mortgage training for a couple of weeks. I came out and I was earning, $12,000 to $15,000 a month in mortgage. Why couldn't I do the same thing with health and wellness, which is actually a core value of mine and something that is extraordinarily important to me and my family, right? Health, I think, is the ultimate wealth. So got in with both feet. 6.5 months later, I quit my job. 8 months in to my career, I replaced my 6-figure income. And 15 months into my career, I tripled my 6-figure income. And I have been full-time and since October of 2007. And I am very honored and blessed that 5.5 years ago, my journey and my career path led me to LifeVantage because as you guys are going to see, I couldn't believe what we had our hands on. Before I get started, I'll just say the proper disclosures. This is an income opportunity for those of you who might want to just order our product as a customer. Wonderful. Some people decide to start a business like I do because if you love the product and it gives you results and you see the science and you see all the things it can do for you, both preventative and for people who've had extraordinary results with some issues, you probably will want to share this anyway. Now, we do have an incredible customer referral program, but we have a business opportunity. But just like a franchise or any business, there's no guarantee. The reason I'm here today and I have a business that does probably about $18 to $20 million a year is because I've worked very hard. I've treated it like a business. I've learned the skills. And so I'm going to share a little bit about it, but hard work pays off. But again, we don't make any guarantees. We're just going to give you some information and let you decide where you fit in. So this is the level up, taking control of your health and bank account with LifeVantage. So where did it start? Well, although our company started selling products in 2003, we go back a little farther to our creator when he discovered the SOD, which means superoxide dismutase. Woo! Super means it's really good at what it does. Oxide dismutase means it takes care of oxygen radicals, which we're going to talk about, in the 1960s. Now, for that discovery, by the way, they named it after him, and that discovery, he earned the Elliott Crescent Medal by the Franklin Institute. If you don't think that's a big deal, it's only been awarded to 250 people in world history. It's an extraordinary deal. And it was given to people like the Wright brothers, the people who discovered vaccines for polio, Alexander Graham Bell, Henry Ford, diesel, the guy who invented diesel. They are discoveries that will make a difference to mankind. So it's a little bit bigger than like the Nobel Prize or something. These are massive discoveries that could possibly influence or impact billions of people, not just people in the US, okay? So he devoted his career to fighting the effects of free radical damage, oxidative stress, remember superoxide dismutase, right? In aging. For those of you who have seen the ABC Primetime Investigative Report, say I've seen it, drop that in the chat, say I've seen it. That when I saw that, I didn't see it in 2005 when it aired. I actually saw that in 2015, and that's why I decided to jump in with LifeVantage, because I thought if even half of that's true, we've got our hands on a medical breakthrough. So our little yellow activator was born and launched to market in 2003, where it sat on the stores shelves of GNCs, CVS's, vitamin shops, a lot of retail outlets, thousands of them carried it. And in 2005, when that ABC Primetime Investigative Report aired, and I don't know if you guys remember what that is, it's a consumer protection report. So meaning it's like, is this real or is this fake? Are you getting duped? Is this snake oil or is this science, right? So this is a consumer protection. And what they found was that our product, our little yellow activator, actually worked better than they had actually said. So that led to a flurry of media attention, and people started medical centers, universities started self-funded research on our Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, our little yellow activator, and it continues today. Like it literally, people are still paying their money to study our product. If you guys don't know anything about research, that is extraordinary when someone is paying their marketing money, their research money to study your product because it's so incredible. Okay, so NRF2, don't forget that. That's what the little yellow activator is. There's actually today over 16,000 studies published and peer-reviewed on NRF2 activation, over 30 just on our product. So let's talk about why we need this. So the same reason in 2009, they pulled it off the shelf and put it in direct sales, because from 2003 to 2009, except for when that prime time aired, nobody knew about it. Who works at GNCs? People in their late teens, early 20s. There's thousands of products on the shelf. How do they know we need it, right? So if Dr. Oz says you need omegas, everyone goes out and buys omegas, but they buy them from Costco, they buy them from CVS, they buy them from GNC, they buy them wherever. Nobody even cares about quality, right? It's something that says, if a doctor or a scientist or a nutritionist tells you to go get something, you do. But there's so much information, there's so many products. How do you know what's real? And that's why we decided to take this to direct sales in 2009, because we're paying our customers like me to share the good word about it. And this is why, because oxidative stress is one of the main contributing causes of the aging and disease process. By the way, aging is disease. The same thing that causes wrinkles causes cancer and causes heart disease. And you'll see a bunch of other things in a minute. But what causes oxidative stress, which is kind of like the rusting of the cells? The food we eat, just normal metabolism and digestion. The water we drink, not just the water in our bodies having to, use it and eliminate it, but actually stuff that's in our water. The air we breathe. Don't even get me started on how much. I think the since the turn of the century, Americans, especially, or Western societies, have had 85,000 new chemicals introduced to our environment. How awesome is that? So the air we breathe, the dirt, too little exercise, lethargy, bodies. I was listening to an amazing YouTube today about health, and it said human bodies are not meant to sit. Human bodies are meant to move. So that very thing, lethargy, sitting there, is actually causing a lot of problems now, obesity, etc. Too much exercise. Think of Lance Armstrong, one of the winningest cyclists in the world, Tour de France, etc. He had cancer 3 times. And why? Look at how much rigorous exercise he's constantly doing. Too much oxygen is not good too. It's rusting it at an accelerated rate. Environmental toxins, like I talked about, Wi-Fi, the very device you may actually be watching this on, may be causing you havoc, right? 4G, 5G, prescriptions, and more. I know you guys can just think about a million more things: fast food, hydrogenated oils, GMOs, benzene and gas. We're literally surrounded in a toxic world. And it got worse since the turn of the century, or in a couple of 100 years ago, with the Industrial Revolution. Think about this. Our environment didn't look like this, which is why the disease process, if you guys can see my little picture, It looks like this. Disease has not gone like this. Everything from cancer, Alzheimer's is growing at an extraordinary rate right now. Obesity, heart disease, all of it is growing. Why? You're looking at the problem. This is the problem. And all of these things are causing oxidative stress. Well, what happens in your body when you have uncontrolled oxidative stress? That's the big thing, is uncontrolled oxidative stress. It literally affects every single part of your body, every organ, the heart, heart attacks and fibrosis and all these things, the skin, psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, melanoma, the kidneys, renal failure, the joints, arthritis. You've got the lungs, allergies, asthmas, cancer, COPD, the brain, ADHD. The number one cause of ADHD biochemically is oxidative stress. The number one cause of autism biochemically is oxidative stress. Look it up, people. Parkinson, I think it was Michael J. Fox has invested over $200 million of his own money looking at NRF2 activation for his own Parkinson's. Look that up, guys. I'm not making this up. Montel Williams uses it for his Parkinson's. We don't make any claims to prevent, treat, or mitigate a disease. I'm just saying that Montel will use it for his MS. Excuse me. He has MS. That's why Montel Williams uses it. Family friend gave it to him. Immune system, blood system. Anyway, you can go to PubMed, PUBMED.gov. It is the National Library of Medicine and Research. This is where the doctors go when they want to find out what the newest and greatest thing is. And you can find anything there. So go type in oxidative stress. This is actually only a couple weeks old, this slide deck. And last time I looked, there were over 260,000, I think 263,000 studies. So I don't know if you can see that little number, it says 252, but it's been like 11,000 since this slide deck was created just a few weeks ago. So this is heavily researched, heavily validated that it is a very big problem. So I hope, if nothing else, you get one thing. We don't want oxidative stress. Say it. I don't want oxidative stress. It wreaks havoc in my body. Okay. So what's the solution? Dun, 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 dun. I should put a little cape on this guy. Oxidative stress, right? Protandim NRF2 is clinically proven in humans to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in the first 30 days, and goes on to many people, it lowers it up to 70%. It increases your superoxide dismutase, your SOD, that molecule that the doctor in the beginning had created and won the Elliott Crescent Medal for. It increases it by 30%. And I'll tell you how extraordinary that is in a second. Increases catalase, which is required. It's an enzyme making sure all of this stuff happens, which I'm going to tell you about. Increases glutathione. Write down that word glutathione and Google it. Benefits of glutathione. Just Google it. It is your master antioxidant, and it decreases on average 1% every year that you're alive, which is why the average human's about 80 to 100 years old, because drinking, alcohol, and other things that are toxic to your liver will actually further deplete your glutathione, alcohol being one of the main ones, okay? So why is this extraordinary? Why is it interesting? Because superoxide, oh, by the way, this is the only product, patented product, only dietary supplement, only supplement in the world ever proven to extend life in any mammal, which was male mice, by 7%. And translated into human years, that would be about 5 years or so. It's 5 nerves, right? I know you're thinking, oh, I've seen a few of those. I probably eat turmeric all the time. I probably have milk thistle. I eat green tea at lunch all the time, right? The Copenhagen may be a little bit more unusual to some people. But bottom line is this. Could you make Protandim cheaper? Because we have 7 patents and 31 studies. So let me just address it now. Just the same as a cake recipe needs the exact ingredients, we put these ingredients in the exact formula to get the most benefit for your body. Not only that, let's say you went and bought the 5 herbs all by themselves, and maybe you saved a couple dollars. Now, because herbs are heavily unregulated and nobody has quality, now go take those herbs to a quality testing lab and show a certificate that there's no metals, herbicides, fungicides, carcinogens, arsenic, anything in there, and that what you're actually getting on the label is, because 7 out of 8 herbs are not what's in the bottle that's on the label, and that is a fact. There's a lot of bad herbs in there. So if you're thinking you can do this, we wouldn't have gone through the trouble to have 7 patents, okay? So until LifeVantage came along, there was no solution to effectively lowering oxidative stress. And you're going to see why. No amount of fruits, which are very high in antioxidants. Antioxidants means stopping oxidation. You need antioxidants. Every oxidant needs an antioxidant. Boom, right? It's called a free radical and an antioxidant, right? You need one. But no amount of fruits, vegetables, vitamins, or elixirs, potions, powders, pills, all these things would ever protect your body against it the way LifeVantage Protandim NRF2 does. Why? Well, you have 37 trillion cells. Every cell in your body has millions of these free radicals in each cell. Millions, okay? So you need millions of antioxidants in each cell of each 37 trillion cells all day, every day. Now, I love blueberries. I eat them almost every single day. They're amazing. They're high in antioxidants. They're also high in fiber and minerals and vitamins and antioxidants and anthocyanins, blah, blah, blah. There's so many things in them, okay? But one serving of blueberries, which costs roughly $2 to $3, especially if you get it organic, it's about half of those little square things, knocks out 7,000, just 7,000 of the free radicals, where you have 37 trillion cells times a million, okay? But each of your cells has all these SOD molecules, right? And every molecule of SOD, that enzyme, let's just pretend that this cap is an SOD molecule. Every one of these, and every cell has them, is 1 million antioxidants. So even if you ate 110 cups of blueberries, or 400 oranges, or 500 cups of broccoli, or 120 vitamin C's, that would be just enough for one molecule in one cell. What about the other 37 trillion cells? You can read about this discovery in Chasing Life by Dr. Sanjay Gupta. He talks about it. 99+% of the fighting of these free radicals, which is causing oxidative stress, comes from your bodies, and you can't consume SOD. You have to make it. So the discovery was that he figured out you can turn it on, and every molecule is 1 million. And you just saw on the previous slide, Protandim NRF2 increases all of those molecules by 30%. So let's play a fun game. Let's say you had 10 in each cell, which is 10 million antioxidants times 37 trillion. 30% is 3 million. What's 3 million times 37 trillion? Now you're getting that many antioxidants. And that's on the I'm probably off by gazillions, okay? That's a real word, gazillions, okay? And so I know this sounds crazy, right? And you're like, well, why isn't it everywhere? Well, it was, and it wasn't doing it, because you have to hear the story. But here's the fascinating thing. After taking Protandim NRF2 for 1 single month, 1 month, you can no longer distinguish under a microscope the cell of a 20-year-old from the 80-year-old. It literally lowers the oxidative stress in every single human ever tested by an average of 40%. So oxidative stress for every human is going to continue going up and up and up and up and up and up all your life. It's never going to stop. But with Protandim, it levels off. This is why it was coined one of the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthroughs in the history of medicine. There's a slide that says that. There you go. But I want to show you, this is why American Journal of Physiology, the Harvard University, the American Aging Association, the National Institute of Aging, and the American Heart Association, Colorado State, all these people, that's why they're studying our product. We just happen to own it. We just happen to have the patent on the best NRF2 activator known to man, okay? This is why it's a big deal. Here's our patents. Here's some of the shows we've been on, especially when we were a retail product. Okay, so I love to be able to go into all of our products, but we don't have time. Let me just say a couple things. Number one, NRF2 activation does work topically. So if you understand the science of our little yellow pill that works internally on your cells, you'll understand why our skincare is probably the best skincare in the world, because it activates the NRF2, it activates your genes to do what it needs to do, rebuild collagen, fight inflammation, detoxify, rebuild, lighten, all the things that you're supposed to do, but it's your body doing it. And we have unbelievable studies and patents on our skincare, and it's super inexpensive. It's $140 for an entire set with free shipping, right? It's NRF2 activation on the skin. We also have the first and only NRF2 activated hair care. If you have any hair issues, get back to the person. Oh my gosh, wait till you see the before and afters on that. And we have gut health. We have omegas. We have healthy energy. We have weight management. We have a new immune system. Our company is so amazing that despite what was going on in the world with COVID, they massively like went all out with our scientific team and created and developed an immune support that works on the 3 parts of the immune system, the only product that works on all 3 of your parts of your immune system. Unbelievable in our daily wellness. We also in our pet tandem have the same 5 ingredients for dogs, so they're eating herbs, but it also has collagen for their joints, and it has omegas for their eyes and brain. And it's also in a tablet that smells like bacon, so they eat it, right? We also have mitochondrial health, and we have a whole line of body care that we're going to be launching actually in just the next couple of weeks. So we have developed all of these incredible products to help you look good, feel good with non-toxic, proven products from head to toe. So if you can see, like, I'm excited, like right now I'm drinking one of our, you can't see it, but I'm drinking one of our Axios because I was sitting outside and I was listening to training all day and I'm like, oh, I need to get my energy up. So I'm drinking a sour cherry Axio because it makes my brain work so good. So if you wonder how I can talk so fast, it's called brain food and it's Axio. All right. So let me talk a little bit about, because you can see that I am clearly passionate about our products. And I was going to have a job doing something, right? Because I don't inherit a lot of money. By the way, my name's Tara Wilson. I don't know. I just realized it says Rachel. Whoops. Just for those of you who are going to get confused because she's another top leader. All right, there you go. All right. But I knew that I would love to share these products because they work, because they're backed by science, because they've been on the market for a long time, and because I have watched so many people have results. So naturally, sharing comes natural to me. But the side hustle economy is here. There's retirees working at, Uber, driving people. There's, teens and millennials doing TikToks and becoming famous. Couples who travel or have busy schedules are making ends meet by renting their house out on Airbnb, right? People are running Facebook ads, Amazon. Like, people are looking for a side income more than ever right now. And what I love about LifeVantage is that it's all word of mouth. I've never had to pay a Facebook ad. I've never had to pay a marketing team. I've never had to pay for a retail space. I literally work from my laptop using my free social media, socially sharing, right? I have no physical locations other than the office in my home and wherever my phone is, because I bring this everywhere with me. And I tell people all the time, we are the only generation in human history that can build a global business from a device that fits in your pocket. And if you need help, you can ask any 8-year-old and they'll help you. And I have no assets, except for a computer and some lights and some technology stuff that I've built over the years. No inventory. I have a little bit extra just in case I run out and I have forgotten to order, but I have like a couple skincare sets, like one extra shampoo, a couple extra bottles, because me and my family go through it so fast because there's 4 of us that I like to, but I don't have to keep inventory. I don't sell product out of my house. So we have an online shopping portal. Let me show you what that looks like in a minute. So all we're doing is we're looking for 2 types of people. We're looking for people who want to just be a customer, which is the majority of people. It's about 8 out of 9 people that come through our presentations, and we love our customers. We love the results we're getting, and we have a customer referral program. If they ever do want to share, they can give 10 and get 10, meaning they can give their friend they're sharing with $10 off, and they can get a thank you bonus of $10 toward their next order. And we also are building a network of distributors. And again, we get our own shopping portal. Even their customers now get their own link to share, and they have their own shopping portal. So the company knows who to give the credit to or who to give the paycheck to. We can put things in a cart, share it out, and the checkout process is easy as pie. Especially if you're already a customer, it's like a one-step, like just verify your credit card, boom, get whatever you want, kind of like Amazon. We're open in 22 markets. I think 22 markets. We're opening them so fast, and more coming. But who do you know in these countries? When I got into network marketing in 2007, I didn't know a single soul, not one single person outside of the United States. Now I have a team in, 11 or 12 different countries. A third of my team is in Australia. I've got a huge team in Canada, the UK, the Netherlands, Ireland. I'm going to forget some. Germany, Spain, Taiwan. About to open the Philippine market. So I'm telling you right now, the power of social media has been very extraordinary for building a global business. Again, I didn't know anybody outside the US. So you're asking me how to get started. Guys, the money I make, I would have paid $100,000 for a LifeVantage franchise, or $50,000 or $25,000, because I know what it costs. My husband had a brick and mortar business. We spent thousands of dollars up front building a website, and then about $100 in fee maintaining it. How would you love that you don't have to pay for your shopping portal? You don't have to pay anything but a $50 one-time fee that sets up your shopping portal, your website. There's no monthly fees. It's all done for you. It's maintained for you. You can, you have your own instance, store. You've got your own website. You've got your own apps. Oh my gosh, we have extraordinary apps so you can share the products. You can share information with people in the speed of light. It's unbelievable what technology has done since I got into the industry in 2007, when there was no social media, there was no smartphones, right? So $50, that's it. And then once you start selling, so you can buy a product, you can buy it for yourself, and that counts towards your personal volume, right? It's almost dollar for dollar. Like a bottle of Protandim is 40 personal volume. So if you bought, let's say, a couple of Tri-Synergizers, which is 200, you're already going to be maxed out at our compensation plan, which is 40% on every customer or a distributor that you enroll in their first month. So you order $100 in product, you sell $100 in product, and boom, you're at the top of our comp plan. That's simple. We don't have like all these ladders to climb like some people do. And that's it. And it's pretty simple. We have a get in where you fit in policy, so you can buy product for yourself. If you happen to want everything in our prepackaged kits, which will be changing pretty soon here, there's extraordinary discounts. You can save 20, 25%, 30% if you do want some to use for your family, give away, or sell as samples, or use to build your business. I personally came in a platinum kit because I wanted to share it with everyone I knew, but it's up to you. Again, there's just great savings for you to start building your LifeVantage business. How do you make money? Well, we have weekly pay, which is now for many people daily pay. So I get a text almost like every day that I've got money from LifeVantage, which is cool. And we also get monthly pay. So let's pretend that you decided to come in on a gold kit. You're like, you know what, me and my spouse want to try it. I'd love to try the skincare. I'd love to try some of the shampoo and conditioner and your energy drinks. That's a really great kit to start. It's $600 plus a $50 fee. And let's say you find 3 people that want to come in at the same level you, whether they come in the first day, the first week, the first month, or the first year, or the first decade, it doesn't matter. You're going to earn $200 per enrollment, and now you're even. So we say kind of like 3 packs and your money back. That's just, again, there's 1,000 different combinations. I just want to see, I wanted you to see that you can get into profit mode very quickly. It's up to you, again, and your personal efforts and your personal goals and desires. For customers or distributors, every time you sell a bottle of Protandim, you get $16. So, every 3 bottles is an extra $48. We also have bonus pools every 5 enrollments of customers or distributors within any calendar month that order at least 500 personal volume or more. You get an extra bonus. Those bonuses have been ranging from $100 to $125. Let's just say they were 100. That's 20% extra commission on top of 40%. Now you're up to about 60% commission. You guys, we have one of the most lucrative comp plans in the industry, and that's by third party, by the way. Royalty commissions as you build your team. And they build their team, and they build their team, and they build their team. Let's just say you enrolled 5 people who in the next few months enrolled 5 people who enrolled 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. I mean, you're talking about 5 generations. You'd have over 3,000 people. If they were all ordering $200, just in the royalty commissions, you would be making $30,000 a month, right? Also, every time you enroll somebody as a kind of a mentor bonus and you help them earn income, you make 10% of their check, and then 5%, 4 levels down. So this is all infinite. Like, we have no cap, you guys. I know it's crazy. Start doing the math. Like, take a screenshot of this and just start doing the math. You can also Google LifeVantage compensation plan. And then once you start building teams that are bigger, like 100,000 in monthly sales or more, you start going to share in the 1% of the global pools, the global revenue of the company. They take 1% of the global revenue and put it into 4 different pools. So 1% goes to everyone that's Pro 7 and above, which is about 100,000 or more. Pro 8s, which is 200,000 or more. Pro 9s, which is 500,000 or more in monthly sales, and Pro 10s, which is $1 million a year or a month in monthly sales. I personally am in 3 pools. The only reason, even though my team does more than $1 million a month, I am off balance in terms of structure. So I gladly and happily share in 3 of those pools. And those pools alone is like doctor income on top of the other ones, okay? So how far can you take this? Well, if you're a person that just wants to make an extra $500 a month, which would pay for your product and probably make a dent in your bills, your team would be doing at least 5,000 a month in sales. So it's about 100 people ordering $50, or it's about 50 customers ordering $100. Our average customer orders about $100. So you could build a team of about 50 people, distributors and customers, right? Gives you a little visual. A Pro 5 is somebody who takes this a little serious. The average time to Pro 5, I want to say, is like 14 months. Pro 5 is making an extra $3,000 a month or so. It's someone whose team's doing between $20,000 and $49,000 a month in sales. So if you kind of, divide that up by 100, it's someone that has about 200 to 450 customers or so. Okay. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. Remember how quickly that 5 went to 3,000, like that. Okay. Everyone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone. A penny doubling every day, right? Think about this for a second. A penny doubling every day. On day one, I give you a penny. I say, okay, on day one. On day two, I give you 2 pennies. On day three, I give you 4 pennies. On day 4, I give you 8 pennies. Day 5, I give you 16 cents. Day 6, I give you 32 cents. Then day 7, 64 cents. And I say, do you want to keep going? I could either give you $5 million, or we can keep doubling it every day for the next, for a total of 30 days. Most people would take the 5 million because they're looking at like, wow, 7 days and I got to 64 cents. But by the end of 30 days, it's worth over $10 million. That's how quickly, and that's the concept that helped me thinking, like, I don't know a lot of people, but I know a couple who know a couple who know a couple, right? And that's how I've built my teams for the last 14 years. Pro 7 is someone who's making about $150,000 a year, over $12,000 a month. That is full-time for most people in the United States, especially even for dual income households in most of the country. That's someone whose business is doing between $100,000 and $199,000 every single month. And we have several of them in the company, hundreds of them in the company, several of them on my team. The average time to Pro 7 is about 2 years or so. These are people that are taking their business pretty seriously. Again, Pro 9's $50,000 a month. I'm not an average Pro 9. I'm actually closer to the monthly maximum. Pro 10. Look at the executive master Pro 10. We have 3 of them in the company. $186,000 a month. That is like plastic surgeon money. And these are people, everyday people, a firefighter, a personal trainer, and mom. And I can't remember what the third one is, but Mark Shinsada, you've seen him on these 30 and 30, Blue Elam, Carrie Dickey, like just people just like you and me who took their business and took it seriously and took it all the way to the top. So I'm going to leave you this question to ponder. Can I do this? Well, can you invite people to these calls? Can you add people to a Facebook group? Can you connect people to the information? Can you, the information of the Nerf 2 in little videos, or we've got the overviews. Can you use a mobile app with artificial intelligence that will help you and prompt you when to follow up with your prospects and when they have viewed some of the information you've sent them and where they are in the process and when they order. So you can literally build it from your phone if you choose. We have worldwide customer and distributor support in all of our markets. We have ongoing business education for skills, the network marketing skills, inviting, prospecting, following up, building your network, helping build your team, mindset, how to think like an entrepreneur, how to really believe that you can be way more than you are right now. And I promise you, if you saw my training, I just trained in front of 160,000 people last weekend. And if you saw where I came from, it's too long of a story, but you just know that if I can do it, you can do this. Anyone can do this. And I learned leadership as I built teams. I've invested in leadership training. I also, use my mentors here at this company as well as books and stuff. You can learn how to lead teams. So if it scares you to have a team, I promise you, it scared me too. But you will grow into it because leadership is influence. And as you learn a skill and you're able to teach people, they will follow you because you're valuable to them. And so I love what this industry does for all of my friends. I've watched so many people come from just literally ground zero and now are leading teams of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. So it's fun to watch. We have a marketing playbook. Our marketing team gives you assets. Those little shareables that you can see, those little memes for the square ones for Instagram or the long ones for the Instagram stories or on Facebook. We have a marketing department that creates those for us with extraordinary graphics and compelling campaigns and ideas and specials and promotions to help you as you promote the products to your friends and family and earn income. And private support community. So I'm telling you, if you're wowed by this like I was, and you see that every single person in the planet needs this product, then jump on board with us and we'll teach you along the way. Get in where you fit in. And if you just want to be a customer for now, we respect and love that. We love our customers. We would love to hear your story. And maybe you need more information, but I would tell you right now, we are already growing like crazy right now. And millions of people, we haven't even hit critical mass. We haven't even had 3 million people in the last 11 years, 12 years buy our product. And there's 2.4 billion people in our current open markets right now. And I assure you, I'm not going to sleep until we get to at least, you know, 1 billion of them. So when is the best time to join an opportunity? Before everybody knows. And if you didn't know about this before you're hearing about it for the first time, then I'm telling you right now is the time to get in. Get on the product, start using them. And I promise you, you're going to want to share them with people, and you'll understand why I'm so